This week, we'll be recapping 2010, finding out what's going on in 2011, and finally, we'll be giving you an update on the federal pay freeze. So stick around. Well, this year we're welcoming in 2011, but let's not forget 2010 was a great year. We had meetings all over the place, including some in Chicago, Rockford, and Springfield, hosted a safety training for a lot of members here in the Chicagoland area, had breakfast at lots of facilities earlier on in the year, and met a lot of great members. And finally, we bid farewell to two longtime members, Mr. Richard McCrae and Mr. Neil Zachmary. So what's going on in 2011 this year? Well, it was decided at Rockford at our last meeting that we need to be traveling more around the state. So, starting in February, we're going to be traveling to a different facility every other month. Hopefully in the next 2 years, we'll be able to travel to every single facility in the entire Illinois area. So what's that mean in the months where we're not traveling? Well, we'll be holding a telecon each month, so you can call in and let us know what's going on in your area and what you need from us. On March 10th and 11th, the Legislative Committee is heading back to DC for another lobby trip. This year, we want to take another 6 to 7 members with us. After an email last week, we already have 4 signed up, so get on board as quick as you can to go on that trip. We want to hit 6 or 7 members of Congress and our 2 senators. This year, we have a brand new senator, Mr. Mark Kirk. We've not yet been to his office, so this is a year we need to start developing that relationship by getting in there early, telling him who we are and what we need out of his office in the future. Over the last couple of years, we've also been trying to do a lot of training for the chapter. Last year was a safety training, and the year before that, it was a legislative training. This year, we're going to go in a whole new direction. We're going to be working with a financial planner who's certified on the TSP system and works exclusively with federal employees. So, be on the lookout for some upcoming training in your area in the next few months. Finally, in this July is the PASS National Convention. This year, it's going to be held in Seattle, Washington. As usual, we're going to try to send as many members from our chapter on a first-come, first-served basis as we can. So, be on the lookout for some emails. This is going to be a great opportunity for you to meet members from all over the country and find out what's going on with our Constitution and what are the changes that are going to be coming this year. This week's episode is being sponsored by SkyOne Federal Credit Union. For years, SkyOne has been working with PASS members on all their financial needs. This week, SkyOne has donated a $25 Target gift card to the show for one lucky PASS member to win. So, the only way you can win is by sending us an email at il3news@passmember.net. by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday, January 14th, 2011. We'll be picking one lucky member at random to receive this card from SkyOne. There's a catch though. The only way you can win is by sending us that email from your passmember.net email account. So if you haven't set that up yet, go to passnational.org and find out how. And make sure you get those emails into us soon. And finally, on to some national news. 2011 started in a very interesting way for all federal employees. This year, we received a pay freeze from our president. So what does that mean to us in the bargaining unit? Well, PASS National put out a newsletter this last week on Thursday, and here's what it said. This year, we're going to be receiving the 1% OSI and the 0.6% SCI for those members and bargaining unit members who received an SCI from their manager. So this is the increase we're receiving this year in 2011. Who knows what we're going to be getting in 2012, if any. One thing's for sure though, if we're under the old contract that was created back in 2000 for our bargaining unit members, we will be getting the SCI next year as well. So, score for us and the members that voted this in years and years ago. Let's say in 2012 though, we're not under the same contract. Recently, a ULP was dropped by the FAA against PASS. So, that means now we're free to bargain with the FAA on a new contract. In the coming months and years, we may actually get back to the bargaining table with them. So, the only way we can actually get a great contract out of the FAA is by showing them that the bargaining unit is behind the organization. So, that means members. So this week I'm tasking you with one thing and one thing only. Go back to your office and talk to one current non-dues paying member. Show them the email you got and tell them what we're getting for an increase this year. 1% OSI and a 0.6 SCI. And then ask them to join PASS. What is the worst they're going to say? No? Well, let's say they say no. Remind them that the only way we're going to get an increase in the coming years under our new possible contract is by showing that we have the membership supporting it. So, the lower the membership, the lower the increase. The higher the membership, the higher the increase. Then ask them to join again and see what they say. So thanks for watching the very first episode from the IL3 chapter. Make sure to check back weekly as we'll be doing a new update each week from around the state and around the country. Oh, and don't forget, if you want to win the $25 Visa gift card from Sky One Bank, you have to send us that email by this Friday, January 14th by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So send us that email with Sky One in the subject line to il3news@passmember.net. And don't forget the most important part. It has to be from a passmember.net email account. So go to passnational.org today and sign up your account if you haven't done so already. Have a great week.